The filmmakers of the original Jurassic Park movies had a rule. You always treat the dinosaurs as animals. Normally, we yell at each other if somebody says monster instead of animal, because they should always be motivated as animals are, David Koepp, the screenwriter of the first two movies, tells Entertainment Weekly. The same didn't necessarily apply to the dinos of this year's Jurassic World Rebirth, the seventh movie of the franchise. These things are monsters because someone made them. Koepp, who also wrote the latest entry, says of the gene-spliced mutant hybrids. The events of Jurassic World Rebirth, which picks up 5 years after 2022's Jurassic World Dominion, sees Scarlett Johansson's Zora Bennett, a situational security expert, as she playfully calls herself, Jonathan Bailey's Dr. Henry Loomis, a paleontologist, and Mahershala Ali's Duncan Kincaid, captain of their boat, lead a team to Al St. Hubert. Their mission is to extract DNA from the three most colossal dinosaurs of land, sea, and sky in order to engineer a life-saving drug for a pharmaceutical company. But while there, they encounter the monstrously mutated dinosaur experiments left behind by the long-abandoned research facility for the original Jurassic Park theme attraction. You're departing freely from the fossil record and just making stuff up, Koepp says of brainstorming what dinos to mash together to create these monsters. You saw it in the Jurassic World movies with the Indominus Rex. They were trying to crossbreed stuff that was bigger, scarier, freakier. That can't always have gone well. Genetic mutation takes a few tries. Distortus Rex. The D. Rex's proper name says it all. It's a distortion. At 26 feet tall, 47 feet long, and weighing approximately 20,000 pounds, the Distortus Rex is a failed attempt from InGen to genetically engineer a Tyrannosaurus Rex. DNA fragments from other animals were recklessly spliced in, creating a gargantuan, mostly quadrupedal creature with bloated legs, an extra set of arms, and an engorged head it can barely hold up. Director Gareth Edwards points to the rancor of Star Wars and the xenomorph of Alien as references. In my mind, it was basically a T-Rex cranked up to 15, and it had gone wrong because of that, Edwards tells EW. So, in my peripheral vision, you feel like I know what it is. I can't draw it straight away, but I feel like I know it. Koepp points out how the D. Rex's cage says version 26.7, as in there were 25 other versions of the creature that led to this one. Clearly, they should have stopped about 20 versions ago because it just got worse and worse and worse, the screenwriter comments. I thought somehow they kind of crossbred a sauropod with a predator like a T-Rex, and the head would be gigantic. I like this six limbs thing. So that was fun. You just got to make up monsters. Mutadon. How do you make a velociraptor even more terrifying? Give it wings. The 6'7", 550-pound Mutadon is a cross between a raptor and a winged pterosaur. Edwards says this particular design was a real struggle. One of his first development meetings as director of Jurassic World Rebirth was with the toy manufacturers at Mattel, though he didn't have any designs for the Mutadon to show them at that particular stage. So you're racing to get all these designs done for the toys. Then it got to the Mutadons, and we couldn't crack it, the filmmaker recalls. The team spent the next 9 months brainstorming before they landed on the idea for a winged raptor. We tried thousands of things, I think, in the end, Edwards remarks. So don't expect Mutadon toys on the shelves this summer. Christmas is more likely. Mosasaurus. The three dinosaurs that Zora, Henry, and Duncan are chasing are the Mosasaurus, Titanosaurus, and Quetzalcoatlus. Let's start with the first. Moving at the speed of a killer whale, the 100 feet long, 40,000-pound Mosasaurus is the largest living water-dwelling dinosaur of Jurassic World Rebirth. Jaws, directed by Jurassic Park and The Lost World. Jurassic Park's Steven Spielberg, an executive producer of the franchise, was a big inspiration for Edwards when plotting this portion of the movie, where the team rescues a civilian family, the Delgados, from a dino attack on the open ocean and then chases the Mosasaurus for a blood sample. I find it difficult to not, in some ways, quote a Spielberg movie because that was what I grew up with, Koepp adds. There are moments to see where Spielberg would say, "That's too Jaws. Don't do that." And I'd say, "What? Jaws like your movie?" I don't see that at all. I thought it was a great sequence whether or not it bore certain similarities to Jaws. Titanosaurus. With legs the size of redwood trees, the 30-ton Titanosaurus lives up to its name, which means titanic lizard. Thankfully, this is an herbivore, so don't let its 50-foot-tall stature scare you. Essentially, it's a brachiosaurus on a massive scale, Edwards says. Quetzalcoatlus. Edwards admits the largest dinosaur of the sky, Quetzalcoatlus, has a difficult name to pronounce. In flight, this beast has a 30-foot wingspan, and as Bailey's Henry says in the film, it's about the size of a school bus. That's why the team decides it's best to extract DNA from an egg rather than the parent. Spinosaurus. The Spinosaurus first appeared in 2001's Jurassic Park 3, the one that swallows the Kirby family's emergency phone, forcing Alan Grant, Sam Neill, to wait for the dinosaur to poop it out. In Jurassic World Rebirth, there are multiple Spinosaurs. These dinos are now more evolved by the time audiences meet them in the film, and they can hunt by both land and sea as a friend of the Mosasaurus. Aqualops. Dolores will be the one dino plushie most of us will want from the Jurassic World Rebirth merch. It's the name the young Isabella Delgado, Audrina Miranda, gives to the Aqualops, the petite cousin of the Triceratops, when she encounters the candy-obsessed creature in the jungles of St. Hubert. Multiple 18-inch animatronics were created to help bring Dolores to life, so she can easily fit inside Isabella's backpack. She's already a hit at Universal Studios. Jurassic World Rebirth opens in theaters July 2nd.